Hello and welcome to Stretford, Paddock. We are here outside Old Trafford in what is not particularly cold but quite a crisp morning today, and I think it's crisp as we reflect on what was another very disappointing weekend for Manchester United, obviously losing 4-2 away to Leicester. And the stories, of course, have been all about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in the press over the weekend. And last night, Fabrizio Romano was commenting on the future of Manchester United's manager. But before that, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We are trying to hit 700,000 subscribers by the end of the season, so if you haven't subscribed, click the button now. Right, let's move on to the story then, and this is from Fabrizio Romano. He is talking about the future of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. It really is the big story this weekend, as I'm sure you can all imagine after watching what was a pretty fucking wretched performance. Sorry to start the day with a swear word, but actually, Callum, beat that. A pretty wretched performance against Leicester at the King Power Stadium on Saturday, and he's been speaking. He has said, "From what I'm told, the position of the club is the same as 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. They are with Solskjaer. They are still backing the manager and they want to protect him. So as of now, Manchester United are not talking to any other manager. They want to continue with Solskjaer to give him some time to improve on the tactical side, the technical side of the team, because of course what is going on now is not of Manchester United's level, but they want to continue with this manager. That's why they extended his contract in the summer." He then says, "Of course, at Manchester United, the board are disappointed with what they saw against Leicester. They are expecting something different in the Champions League and the key double game that is coming up against Atalanta in the crucial part of the Champions League group. But about the manager, they are still with Solskjaer." So that is the latest from Romano, talking there about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer again. It's interesting there that he's mentioning the tactical side of things. Now, whether that is a direct quote from whoever his source is in this, or whether he's inferring that based on the fact that they may have said, you know, obviously the results need to improve, but we're sticking with the manager. To me, if there's club officials coming out and saying to journalists, tactically we need to get better, that is a bit of a concern, because, you know, as much as I've praised Ole over the last couple of years, he has been here for 2 years. He has had 2 full seasons at Manchester United, 2.5 seasons. This is his 4th season in charge now at United. And tactically, it doesn't take that long to get your system in place. That's the worry for me, that we aren't seeing an improvement tactically. And you look at the way Leicester just sort of poured through our midfield, the press wasn't there. There's one of 2 options there for me. Either the tactics aren't there and what we saw is the following of Ole's instructions, or otherwise the tactics are there and the players are refusing to adhere to them. Neither of those things are good. One of them is pretty much, you know, you can't get around it. The other one, you know, maybe you can get a little bit more out of these players if they aren't following his instructions. But if that's what they told him to do and that's what we were doing, we're in for a long season ahead, because he was absolutely woeful against Leicester. But it does remain the case that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is being backed by the board of Manchester United. Now, this follows on from stories and quotes over the weekend from The Athletic, from Simon Stone, from all the reliable journalists saying Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going nowhere as it stands. The board back Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Reports again from last week before the international break saying he's got some credit in the bank for what he's done over the last couple of seasons by stabilising this club, by stabilising the squad and improving the team, improving the league position. I wonder how much credit he does have in the bank, because there does seem to be a tide shifting against Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. We saw it in the comments, we saw it in the watch along, you see it on social media. Speaking to people who went to the game, who were at the game afterwards, we saw it with the fan cams as well. Things aren't happy at Manchester United at the moment, and a lot of Manchester United fans, even the ones who want him to stay, can see there are big issues currently at Manchester United and they need to be fixed. Let me know in the comments what you think of this. Let me know where you are with the whole situation with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I think a key point to all of this is who would be the next man in. I don't think there is a clear and obvious successor at the moment, and I think quite rightfully that should give a little bit of pause to anyone who's looking to replace Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, because fair enough, you might think this isn't working, but you have to have a plan. This is a football club of a magnitude like no other in the English league. You can't just sack the manager and go, well, now what? We need a plan for the next, not just 6 months, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. And if that man isn't there, is it wise to remove Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? That is the thinking of the board. Again, let me know what you think in the comments. On to our next story then, and as if problems at club level weren't bad enough, there are now problems at Premier League level as Manchester United and 18 other clubs are expressing their dissatisfaction with the way the Premier League is being ran. This is from David Ornstein in The Athletic this morning, and he has said the Newcastle buyout has sparked further disruption in terms of the running of the Premier League. Now, this is again from The Athletic. He's saying, life under new ownership got off to a disappointing start for Newcastle as defeat by Tottenham kept them inside the relegation zone, while in the corridors of power across the Premier League, the fallout from their controversial $305 million Saudi Arabia-backed takeover continues to simmer. The other 19 clubs held an extraordinary meeting last week, now obviously that includes Manchester United, where league officials tried to explain the decision to sanction a deal that many of its members vehemently oppose for multiple reasons. Now, here's the other part of this. Newcastle just seems to be the most recent problem with the Premier League from the club's perspective. He said the dissatisfaction is not understood to relate solely to the Newcastle situation, more of a combination of various issues, but events on Tyneside have brought the grievances to a head. As a result, The Athletic has learned there is a widespread view among teams that change should occur at leadership level, and the person earmarked for removal is Chairman Gary Hoffman. So it seems as though 19 Premier League clubs, including Manchester United, are trying, or seemingly looking at trying to remove the chairman of the Premier League. Now, to me, I'm not a fan of that Newcastle takeover. I think we can all see the reasons why that shouldn't have happened or shouldn't be allowed to happen. In a way, the cat's already out of the bag, though, isn't it? The horse has already bolted. Whatever cliche you want. City happened already 12 years ago, 13 years ago. You can't now say Newcastle can't do the same thing. The problem is then. The problem has already happened. And again, I think this goes back to, you look at what happened with the Super League. Especially the big teams in the Premier League don't think they have enough power in the league, don't think they make enough money in the league. And to me, this smacks a little bit of, let's use the Newcastle situation as a way for us to gain the power, everyone already knows we want. I think this is probably just a little bit of a power grab, using that Newcastle situation as leverage from the other clubs in the league. Maybe not. Maybe there is genuine concern over Newcastle United, but again, Manchester City is in a very similar situation over the road, and we haven't tried to sack this chairman up until now. So to me, this seems as though it's, let's use the Newcastle situation and hopefully we'll get a bit more money. Again, that story will develop, I'm sure, as the week goes on, but that is the latest with Manchester United at the moment. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is the big story, as I'm sure you're all aware. Get your views in the comments below. Again, we may disagree, people may disagree with me, people may disagree with other people on the channel, but everyone's got an opinion, and let's hear it. Get in the comments and let us know what you think. Right, that's going to be all from me. We will be back later this afternoon. We've got a brand new show on the channel as well. We will be looking at the stats behind Manchester United's loss to Leicester, analysing what is going wrong at Manchester United, what went wrong at the weekend, and maybe how we can improve. That's all coming up later on the channel today. Again, if you haven't subscribed already, please do. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you in a bit.